over here, over here. All right. Serial killers who accidentally chose the worst targets. And on the thumbnail, it has a pro boxer just getting like Jack the Ripper or some shit by a talking cat. I'll leave a like, pre-like. It seems it's a good concept, so I'll leave a like. All right.
In 1993, at a club in California, a demon prowled the venue. Unbeknownst to many, the Grim Sleeper, a man who'd ended the lives of 10 women.
The Grim Sleeper? That couldn't they call him the blank of like wherever area it was, like just the Grim Reaper? The Grim Sleeper. Or maybe it was because maybe he can't say Reaper, like but how wouldn't it overwatch? I don't know. Is he only targeting women? I just peeped that. Is he only targeting women? And how does it go from 10 to 100? Is it just a bunch of missing people and you're like, hey, maybe he killed him?
Was searching for his next victim while everybody else was drinking and having fun. He noticed an African-American girl that seemed annoyed and upset, so he walked over to her to figure out what was wrong.
So he only goes for women, and he goes for women who are already upset at life. Come on, man. You gotta do better.
The lady told him that she was invited out to play dominoes, but everybody there...
Of course it was dominoes. That's a black person's favorite game to play at a party, dog. Like, my parents were telling me that I had to learn how to play dominoes. I was like, nah.
Offering her drinks and telling her to club when she wasn't a drinker. It was extremely late, and she was tired and wanted to go home. So the Grim Sleeper...
That black lady was Clarissa Shields.
...pointed to his vehicle outside. He told her that he has a car, and if she really wanted to go home that badly, he could just take her. Delighted, the woman sprung out of her seat and followed the dangerous criminal back to his car.
That one's easy as hell.
And he shut her door like a gentleman. Then he got into the driver's seat and began taking...
By the way, every single serial killer usually is some charismatic guy. Like, the serial killers that are, like, actually going crazy, those are the most charismatic motherfuckers. Like, you would think on the surface that they were just cool as fuck. Look at Jeffrey Dahmer. Like, look at the Big E, bro. Them niggas are all weird. But then, like, they're so charismatic, you want to be around them. You think they're the coolest motherfuckers ever. They got something wrong with their fucking brain. If someone seems a little bit too cool, a little nice, a little happy, bro, a little too of any... Fuck no, get rid of it.
Her to her house.
Oh well.
After a while, she told him to make a right turn to her house, but he ignored her. Confused, she repeated herself. You're supposed to make a right over there, not a left. Realizing the criminal was no longer responding, the lady quickly went to open the door to get out of the car, but
it was locked. He then turned to her and said, I'm 185 pounds, and you're 120. Either I come to my home and do what I want, or I will have my way with you. The woman then responded by punching him into the face. The car swerved, and then they both blew up. Happily ever after. Or not so happily ever after.
It was then that she finally realized that the door didn't have a handle on the inside.
What the fuck? How do you not notice that? How do you not peep that? How do you get into a car? Oh, because he closed the door for her. She didn't have to. Oh, wait, he's so fucking smart.
Inside, she was literally trapped in the car. Becoming filled with joy, the monster finally revealed his intentions to the woman. And as you could probably guess, they were horrible.
Why does he have like a Heath Ledger ass smile?
And she finally realized that the door didn't have a handle on the inside. She was literally trapped in the car. Becoming filled with joy, the monster finally revealed his intentions to the woman.
Why you seriously got the voice acting?
And evil. But there was only one problem with his plan.
Wait.
And as you could probably guess, they were...
I didn't get to see the face again. Like, what the fuck is that? How the hell did we end up on a Joe Bart video? What the fuck? Holy click-through rate.
She was literally trapped with his plan. The woman he was talking to wasn't...
Right here?
They were horrible and evil.
I'm telling you, it's Clarissa Shields, bro.
There was only one problem with his plan. The woman he was talking to wasn't any ordinary person. The Grim Sleeper had accidentally trapped himself inside a car with the cheetah, also known as the most dangerous woman...
Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh, he's fried. Oh, he's fried. Max volume, is it low? I'll turn it up a little bit on my system, but that turns it up for both of us, so.
In the world, a title that would be given to her just 1 year later as she'd go on to win the 1994 kickboxing championship.
Holy GG.
She was ruthlessly bullied and chased around the town.
Like, imagine you see a annoyed ass black woman and she's like, fuck Like, I ain't even want to play dominoes and nothing like that. I was just trying to chill out and shit. And then like he's like, hey, I can take you home if they didn't left you here stranded. He all legitimate and shit. And then you kidnapped the woman. And then you didn't got like the #1 professional woman boxer when it comes to kickboxing. Yo, I'd shit myself. It would be nothing but brown stains for the next of the days, bro. And imagine she calls it self-defense. You were kidnapped. They see that there was no handle on there. They like look at the ID and shit and realize that was the Grim Sleeper, the guy who was like already doing a whole bunch of murder. So like she just has her way with you. Fuck it, bro. That was self-defense. You ain't even do shit yet. But guess what? I was in the car with you. I'm a kickboxer, so like there's gonna be no like type of way to like show resistance. Because usually with the cases of self-defense, they're like, oh, well, we can see how long ago this mark was, who attacked first, da-da-da-da-da. She's a kickboxer. Motherfucker, that dude went for a punch to sleep her. Boom. Fucking hit her with the sonic sway. And then punched this shit. And then guess what? She just kept on going, bro. She was scared for her life. There was no handles, no nothing. She had punched him the first time, right? She had went for the other thing. He had smacked her arm down. And then he just kept on going for it, trying to go for it. Then she had to knock the boy out. And then she didn't know if he was like faking sleep because she was laying down there. Me. And nobody knew that if he was asleep or not. So she had to do it until he was dead. Hey, bro. Gotta do what you gotta do.
Her uncle.
Like, imagine you get out of your car and then that motherfucker swerves and runs your shit over. Come on. You gotta do something.
Was a martial arts master, and unknown to the Grim Sleeper, her uncle forced her to fight him every single day
Why would you do that? This is some anime type training.
order to get her
some wrong or go type of shit.
Belt. At the end of the day, whenever she finished practicing with her colleagues
and
got ready to leave, her uncle, also known as Master Quiet Storm, would lock the door.
Master Quiet Storm. She was fighting a nigga with ore. Holy shit.
With a key. And if she wanted to exit the dojo, she'd have to beat him in combat and forcefully pry the keys out of his hands. She did this every single day as a kid. As the criminal asked
that animation right there better than fucking Invincible.
her to comply with his sick demands, she told him no. As you could get, kid.
Why is his teeth like that?
Asked her to comply with.
What? What the fuck are those teeth,
demands? She told him no. As you could guess, this angered the psychopath, so he swung at her with his full might.
But she slipped. From that position, she was able to unleash a mean uppercut. Boom! Sending him flying out of the car. You look like it.
But immediately she blocked his punch and spun back with a devastating counterpunch, striking him straight in his face. Oh, so you're a fighting type, he said as he smiled. The woman quickly jumped into the back seat of the van and he followed after her, which would go on to prove to be his worst mistake.
It's too much space. Now she can actually use her body and fucking use her hips, dog. Why the fuck would you go into the backseat with her? And she knows BJJ? Dog, if you get on top of her, she's gonna flip you over on some kinky shit and then hit you with the meanest rear naked choke of your life. Dog, you're finna get hit with an arm bar. That shit is finna snap. You are finna be screaming, yeah! Sounding like you in DBZ, twin. Hell no. Like, you see she's a fighter. She goes to the backseat. She doesn't look scared at all. What are we doing? No common sense, no none.
Once he was trapped in the trunk of the van with the professional...
Oh, wait. They were in a van? That... Dog, I thought it was like a normal back seat because of the like drawing he had did. Yo, he's fried. Yo, he's fried.
Champion kickboxer, she unleashed a hellish attack on him. He tried...
That should look like some JoJo shit, dog.
To tackle her, but she grabbed his shirt and swung him around in the trunk of the van,
damn,
smashing his head against the inside of the vehicle.
Damn.
He then flipped his shirt over his head while unloading a flurry of non-stop punches to his face,
damn,
causing him to fall backwards on
10-page mooter. 10-page mooter? What the fuck?
At this point, the girl noticed that his pants were unbuckled and falling down.
That nigga was trying to fuck.
So while they were still in the trunk, she stomped on his chest and grabbed his
That might have been the worst day of his life. He then got emasculated by a woman. Then after that, she grabs his peanuts and fucking crushes them bitches. Holy hell.
And pulled them so high that she thought she ripped them off of him.
Loki, just take me to prison, bro.
The Grim Sleeper shrieked like a banshee and began crying out in pain. He quickly gave her the keys to unlock the van and escape. But before she left, while still pulling his royal jewels, she told him, "When I say no, it means no," before delivering a nasty right hook to the crying man, nearly knocking him out. She took the keys, unlocked the trunk of the van, and quickly escaped while throwing the keys
Hey, no means no indeed. Holy fuck.
away so that he couldn't follow her.
Oh yeah, by the way, that's the reason why why when women say that all men do stuff like that, they're all like they then all essayed women. The reason why that's even a thing and a concept is because hey, well men do that because are you a good girl? As I was saying, the reason why women think that all men do that is because most of the cases are with men. Women do that stuff too. Women are also like just as much predators. But the thing about it is that with women, they're not able to overpower a man usually, unless they went for like Twinkie men and they were like fucking a muscle mommy. But so that leads to the most of the cases being men. And then also if a man comes out about anything like that, it's, hey man, you're homosexual. I would have loved that. Do you see how bad that girl is? I'm struggling for anything, bro. I'm an incel. Like I'm involuntarily celibate, bro. I would love to bust a nut like that, bro. You're so lucky. So that's why people don't do that shit, you know? That's also why women think that shit's like that when it really isn't. Not every man is over here trying to get into your pants, trying to do it unconsistently too. You got it, bro. Take
Freddie
your time
Gibbs
thinking.
would go on to win her first championship after that year, officially
Holy
titling
shit.
her as the most dangerous woman alive.
Why? Out of everybody.
And years later, the Grim Sleeper would later be caught
We
and
are
arrested
clipping
in
that out of
2010
context. Okay.
because of an eaten pizza crust he left at a crime scene,
Huh?
titling her as the most dangerous woman alive. And years later, the Grim Sleeper would later be caught and arrested in 2010 because of an eaten pizza crust he left at a crime scene.
Hey, that's what happens to niggas who don't eat that crust. Holy shit. Holy shit, bro. Holy hell.
When a bitch says no, she means no. And I walked in, bam, then I left.
The Night Stalker. In the summer of 1985, the city of Los Angeles became gripped by fear.
It gets worse from that, by the way. That's rough. There's like 3 worse stages.
Night after night, a mysterious intruder slipped silently into homes across Southern California. He struck in darkness, often entering through unlocked doors or open windows while families slept, and he did the absolute unthinkable to his targets. If there was a man
He gutted him and then he had intercourse with the innards. Holy fuck.
in the house
watched
he
this
broke
on the
into,
toilet.
he would
What the fuck?
immediately just end them, then he would attack
He's
and
low
assault the
diff.
man's family, often carving evil imagery into women and anybody else in the house, and then he would stab them until they perished. Victims described him as a thin, satanic man that had wild
Ugh.
eyes and reeked of sweat and cigarettes. Police didn't know his name yet, but
That's why you don't trust nobody that smokes cigarettes unless they look like Aki. Or, Himeno.
the media soon gave him one, the Night Stalker. This individual
No, I
had
don't.
15 victims tied to his name, and he by all means was a top priority to officers in the nearby counties. On August 31st, 1985, he casually strolled into a nearby convenience store to pick up a beverage because he was thirsty. And right next to the drink he was grabbing, he noticed a rack of newspapers that all had a wanted poster of his face on it. He immediately
Obviously.
panicked and darted out of the doors looking for an individual to target and carjack so that he could leave the area. The criminal jumped into the car of a 28-year-old woman named Angelina. Without wasting a second, he began to punch her in the stomach and forcefully steal her car from her. What the Night Stalker failed to notice
What if she was pregnant? Bro, are you trying to give her an ABO? What the fuck?
is that her neighbor was nearby watching it happen.
Little did he know that that neighbor was actually Mike Tyson, and he was just walking around his daughter's crib that he had just bought. Seeing a woman in danger, Mike Tyson ran up on him and hit him with a Superman punch. That guy didn't know Mike Tyson's face because he was wearing a hoodie.
And he also had huge balls.
He also had huge balls, okay.
As the neighbor ran over to
I'm telling you, it was Mike Tyson, bro. It was Mike Tyson, I'm telling y'all.
help Angelina, the Night Stalker told him to stay back and warned him that he had a
It was actually Navy vet Arnold Corson. He had been training in the military for 10 years of his life, and had departed to war 4 times. He was in Iran, Vietnam, and Afghanistan all at the same time using shadow clone jutsu. This was the worst target he could have ever gotten because just him being in the area scared children of many.
Gun. The 50-year-old neighbor called his bluff and ripped the scumbag right out of the car.
Oh,
And it was at this point that this man had realized that he'd chosen the absolute worst neighborhood to do a carjacking in.
Yeah.
Because he instantly found himself surrounded by a huge, angry mob.
Oh
Everybody in the
shit,
neighborhood
they on that fucking Michael Jackson in the final movie type of shit. Hey, jump Michael! Hey, jump Michael, bro! Jump Michael! Everybody jump him! Burn his ass!
knew who he was. They knew all of his crimes. And worst of all, they weren't police officers. So their idea of justice wasn't jail, it was death.
Oh
Crowd
shit.
of people beat him viciously.
Oh shit, they really on that Michael shit. They really on that Michael shit, bro. He needs some milk!
Angelina's husband ripped a steel rod out of a metal fence and began smashing his head with it, while another neighbor attacked him with a makeshift spear made out of barbecue equipment.
What
Multiple
the
people
fuck?
grabbed and tugged at him from different directions, beating him senselessly with anything they could find. They beat him so bad.
Looking cool, Joker.
Hey, bro. Hey, bro. Hey, doggo. I'm just saying by the end of this shit, bro look like that. Bro look like that by the end of the fight, for sure. That motherfucker was beaten and battered, dog. He was screwed. Holy fuck, that's bad.
Bad that when police showed up, he began crying out, "I did it! It's me!"
Oh shit, for real,
begging
dope.
them to arrest him. Reports state that once he was arrested, he began speaking Spanish to himself, saying, "Thank goodness the police came and arrested me. I'm so lucky."
Why does he look like an alien?
Spanish to himself, saying, "Thank goodness the police
that a
came
mask?
and arrested me. I'm so
Oh no, they had to put bandages all over him, bro.
lucky."
Holy fuck.
When he was taken to the police station, a crowd of 500 people surrounded the building chanting, "Kill him," in unison.
I agree with that.
He would go on to
Death
receive 19
penalty.
death sentences.
Damn.
However, he would pass away from cancer at 53 years old in 2013.
19? 19? Bro, I would have thought. Damn! Whoa. That's like some Oppenheimer type of shit, bro. What the fuck? Prisoner March?
Honestly, if
Holy
I was the cop
shit.
tasked with arresting him that day, I probably would have just driven around in circles and pretended like I couldn't find him.
I would have too. They probably was so mad at that county. Like, they were getting calls like Jadeon had sent the motherfuckers on their dog. Cause somebody who did some crazy shit like this and got beaten and battered and bruised, and he was begging for the police, bro. That's why when I see like them predators, they just get beat up like a bit. That's why I'm like, dog. I think a predator would much rather not get beat up than sit there and just go to jail. Wait, no, I said that opposite. I think they would rather get beat up than go to jail. But these motherfuckers are gonna kill him, so I think there's got a difference. Either A, kill the predator, or B, don't hit him at all and send him to jail, bro. No one between.
So that he could spend some more time with the crowd of victims he had been terrorizing for the past
Pure aura. Darren Walken Jr.
year.
I'm so fucking corny.
While most either don't know or just don't believe it, this man is a serial killer.
I would have never thought. I would have never thought. Wow, King Von is a serial killer? What? The grass is green outside? The sky is blue? There are sharks in the ocean? Fork found in kitchen? What? Like, come on, bro. You're such a good boy. Play the fucking video, bro.
Allegedly. He grew up in the Parkway
I
Gardens,
think
an area
King Von
that
is
was later
human.
on
I think King Von might be black. I think King Von might be black. I think King Von may have been to prison before. I think King Von might own a gun. Like,
become named O-Block, which is named after his close friend and mentor, OD, when he was murdered.
oh,
A little later,
I didn't know that's where O Block came
another
from.
one of his friends would pass away in
I just realized that. Wait, why is King Von on this list? Why is King Von on this list, bro? What the fuck?
the same way. And, I should probably mention that his father was also murdered when he was but he
Oh shit. That's why King Von the way he is. He's Batman, but if Batman committed more crime.
still had a brother-like figure that he kept around as a close friend.
And then he died.
White, except not really, because in 2012, White would pass away on Von's 18th birthday, right in front of him at a gas station. It's important to note that
Hey bro, that's why we gotta stop. Hey bro, stop the violence movement, stop the gang violence, bro. NBA Youngboy.
it was this specific traumatic incident that caused him to become a serial killer.
Oh, didn't know that.
As after this moment, he would later on be connected to over 10 or 11 murders
Police steady watching me, and they got me.
throughout his life, whilst also taking deep, nearly sociopathic pleasure in the lives he ended and putting it into his songs. Allegedly, of course.
But we don't even got it, bro. Who is gonna wait? Why does he need to say allegedly, bro? Vaughn is not alive, bro. This video was made 4 days ago. Vaughn is not gonna sue your ass. Let's be so for real. Yo, don't let these two motherfuckers meet. Peak singing, then hell no. Okay.
Nonetheless, he really did what he rapped about in his music, which is what caused him to develop contempt for another popular up-and-coming artist. Did what he rapped about in his music, which is what caused him to develop contempt for another popular up-and-coming artist in his industry. Young Boy.
Why is it the Quandale Dingle image? Why is it the Quandale Dingle image? By the way, I live in Louisiana, so there's a whole bunch of people who want to be NBA Youngboy so bad, bro. It sucks. I live in Baton Rouge, and that's where NBA Youngboy is from. To the point where like I know people who are related to NBA Youngboy, but it's just like, dog, we can't be fucking serious. Why do you want to be this guy other than the music? Like, and his music is Youngboy music is good, but it's not something that I would be bumping, especially that Gold Digger Island, that Grave Digger Mountain where you just start screaming. Like, bro, come on. We're not trying to become Hollow Ichigo, my nigga. We don't need to unlock White.
Von took a lot of pride in the crimes he committed, especially since it was what eventually made him become
And so did NBA Youngboy.
popular and successful.
This is what caused them to have a beef. Then, Von rolled up on one of NBA Youngboy's homeboys, not knowing that he was toting an RPG. He then shot the RPG at Von's feet. He fell 1,000 feet into the air and then fell to his death.
Young Boy, in a lot of ways,
He does have
is
anime,
similar
but
to
he
Von.
does.
Von didn't believe that he actually did any of the things he rapped about. So for him to see another artist getting more virality than him,
Yeah, no. I've never heard of a Von dick eater, but NBA Youngboy was going crazy.
when he believed he was a fraud, quietly upset him. And so, completely unprovoked, he'd go on to publicly say that Young Boy lies in his music online.
You got cap in your raps.
You got cap in your raps. This would start a pretty petty
Yeah, I'm telling you, bro. Then that motherfucker pulled up on one of NBA Youngboy's homeboys. He said, hey, man, I heard you was talking shit about my boy. Nah, we can't do that right now. No, we don't do that, twin. No, we ain't doing none of that shit. RPG, right to your knees. Boom. He got sent in the air. Hey, bro, that's why there's no autopsy, bro. There's no Von autopsy because that motherfucker got blasted to smithereens. I'm telling you.
back and forth between the two young men.
Where the
Von
fuck
would
is my
begin
audio?
flirting with the mother of Young Boy's kids. Young Boy would flirt with Von's
Where the fuck is my audio?
This would start a pretty petty back and forth between the two young men. Von would begin flirting with the mother of Young Boy's kids. Young Boy would flirt with Von's ex, then they sent disses at each other, and blah blah blah. You get the gist. Despite the clear animosity between the two individuals, Von would go on to say that there was no bad blood between him and Young Boy at all, which would later on prove to be obviously untrue. On November 5th, 2020, he would get up, hop into his bulletproof Hellcat, and head out
A bulletproof Hellcat. A bulletproof Hellcat. Dog. What the fuck?
to a club to perform his show along with 8 other cars that were guarding and following him. At the club, despite everything seeming normal and fun at first, people close to Davon noticed that he seemed off. The man frequently mentioned paranoia and feeling like the spirits of the lives he ended were always watching him. Many
Then why'd you enjoy doing it? We never did this shit, bro. I don't remember none of that shit, bro. No.
people said he could switch from being calm, collected, and silly to seeming very off or
Silly. Von was silly? Von was silly.
Well, NBA Youngboy was actually a really nice man. he was so kind and respectful.
That's dead ass what one of his neighbors said about him.
Yeah, I'm going over to Contrell's house so that way I can give him some cookies.
Oh, white lady, dog.
Sociopathic. A lot of people generally started to believe that he might have had a literal demon living inside of him, or something seriously wrong with his head. And it was noted that he was allegedly given inside information that one of Youngboy's friends was at a nearby club that was extremely close to him. This friend's name is Quando Rondo. After he finished
Quando
performing
Rondo,
his
yeah.
show, he and his entourage got up, went inside.
From 800 meters away, he had a sniper that had just been bought off the black market, and then he sniped him as if he was in Modern Warfare 2.
Of their cars and headed back home to call it a day. However, suddenly the security guards noticed that Von's car had gone missing.
Ayo, indeed.
He made a detour to the club that Quando Rondo was at and waited patiently. His entourage later on showed up and found Von. After regrouping with him, they put all of their weapons away inside of the car and got ready to head inside of the club. But it was at this moment that one of Von's associates located the person he was looking for. As Quando Rondo was leaving the club, Von bumped into him head on and began to beat him ruthlessly. The man was terrified, later stating that he didn't even know who was fighting him. But once he realized it was Von, it felt like the devil or a demon was attacking him.
The fuck? Is Von Sakuda? Does he actually have cursed dreads? Nigga said, I could feel his aura. It was so frightening. There was nothing I could do except just sit there in pain and shock. I was shaking and crying, and I just didn't know what was gonna happen next. I feared for my life. Like, come on.
It's like I had an out-of-body experience.
Out of body experience? What the fuck?
Bro, this nigga's supposed to be a gangster, right? Man, I ran into King Von, and he gave me an out-of-body experience. I thought I just got hit with strange old. That shit was crazy.
It's like the devil was coming to get me. Like,
The devil.
it's
That
like
nigga really said he was the devil.
soul. Like, I can't even explain it. bro.
Von was doing what
Holy
he loved,
shit.
and the man he was attacking
Holy
was likely
shit.
going to become
The
another
20
victim
dreads
that
of
he'd rap
Von,
about in
indeed.
his songs. But there was just one slight mistake he made. He assumed that his target was alone, and was so laser focused on attacking his target that he
They actually were all in the club with shotguns waiting for Vaughn. He then exploded from pure shock.
failed to realize that just 2 feet away, a random white car was full of Quando's crew. All of whom were armed. And when they saw their friend being attacked by Von, they didn't hesitate.
They never wanted to cease fire. They all started blasting his shit. He then looked like he was getting shot like light at the end of Death Note.
To shoot him 4 times.
Oh shit.
Even after getting injured, Von continued wrestling and attacking Quando.
After getting shot, Vaughn kept on wrestling, and then they mag dumped his ass, standing over him as if they just did something cool. But no, they just exterminated another human's life. But it might have been good, because it was King Vaughn.
Until the two were eventually broken up by their crews. Undercover police officers ran to the scene and began calling backup. The man had 4 holes in his body, and blood was leaking everywhere inside of the
obviously.
car, panicking his team and friends.
I'm pretty sure that the hospital didn't. I'm pretty sure Vaughn was living to the point of the hospital. They saw who it was and they're like, we can't catch this guy to go to prison anyway. Low key, we were gonna get him on a death penalty anyway. Just let him bleed out. Fuck it, bro. Fuck it.
Nonetheless, he was still alive and conscious. He'd even go on to tell his friends to calm down because he was fine. While he was successfully delivered to the hospital, during surgery he'd suddenly shoot up awake in cold sweats. He'd throw the nurses and medical staff who were operating on his body off of him, and then began swinging at them.
And Vaughn made it through 2 surgeries.
What
He had
the
3
fuck?
surgeries, so he made it through 2 surgeries. And then after the second surgery, he hopped off the bed and started fighting the nurse and said, "Where his gun at?"
In a state
What? Bro, the last thing he remembered was getting shot. Bro, he dead ass woke up like Mark after fighting Conquest. Where's Conquest? Did you guys defeat Conquest?
of
Holy
complete
shit.
shock and panic, He began searching for his gun on the surgery table,
What
but then
the fuck?
froze. And suddenly, as he woke up, he collapsed from shock, marking his end. To think this situation
He had a heart attack. Vaughn was living and then had a heart attack. That's the story they tell you. In reality, they just let Vaughn die. They were like, the fucking FBI came out of nowhere. They said, hey, we got this one. Then they fucking stabbed him in his heart. They put fucking nitric oxide, fucking acid in his shit. He started blowing up.
stemmed from about 5 or 6 words is insane. He's got pretty good music.
You
though.
got cat in your
The
rat.
spoon incident.
Fuck you mean the spoon incident?
So this is the spoon accident. Such a scary story that it's...
Bro, my lisp is killing me right now.
This is the spoon incident. A story so scary it's as if a campfire tale. See, there was a woman, her name was Anji An. And then there was a man. He ended up wanting to take her out on a date. But after she said no, this man broke into her home. Not knowing that Angie Ann knew spoon martial arts, she ended up fighting him with nothing but a spoon. This led to him getting his eyeballs taken out by a spoon. He screamed in pain, but Angie Ann didn't know that it really mattered because she was actually blind and deaf.
Like, bro, what could this
I
what
knew
could
he
this shit
walked
be?
into the prison earlier that week, and seeing that he was fresh meat, an atrocious criminal
Oh, it was a prison. They just fucking killed him with a spring.
named
Okay.
William Roberts decided it was time to assert some dominance over him, since he seemed like the perfect target. It's unclear exactly what sick intentions William had in mind for the man when he approached him.
Yo.
That was his intentions. Oh, hi, Bagman.
But what is
on
known is that
NT
when
right
the
now?
two interacted, the monster began to boast and brag about the most heinous crimes he had committed in an attempt to put fear into the heart of the man.
Oh, so he was doing some, what's that shit called? Beyond Scared Straight shit. Okay, cool, whatever.
And make him yield to his requests.
Evil ass
He
motherfucker.
walked up to the man's seat where he was eating,
acid
then he
right
set
here.
down his food tray and began eating beside him. What are you in prison for? He said. Because I'll let you know that I'm practically
The
allowed to
hell?
do anything
I got 5 humans and I ate them. No salt, no pepper.
I want. I'm in prison for having my way with a 4-year-old.
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
What the fuck?
Yo, y'all don't know what they do to chomos. Yeah. Y'all don't know what they do to chomos and shit, bro. Bro, nah. It's over. He's fried. He's fried, bro. You cannot be a chomo in prison, bro. You're getting shanked day 1, day 2, day 3. Every single day until you're gone.
And look, I'm still here. So what
You ain't finna be here for long.
about you? Are you here for car theft, insurance fraud, reckless driving? After sitting and listening to William's monologue, the man calmly responded to his questions. I'm a serial killer. I'm in here because I ended a man that was bragging to me about the horrible things he had done to multiple kids.
So, what happened is the Punisher. What do you mean mute? Why are you spamming mute? So he practically ran into the Punisher is what I'm hearing. That's fun, I guess.
I strangled him so hard that emergency responders said his face became blue like a pair of jeans because I hate predators. They thought I was crazy, so
So what I'm hearing is the dude who decided to do stuff with a 4-year-old ran into IRL Punisher, IRL Dexter. Well, Dexter don't get caught. Same.
they sent me to a mental hospital where I bumped into another person who did the same horrible thing to kids. And so I ended him too. And now they've sent me to this prison, and just like deja vu, I have another predator telling me the same thing. I just ended
Why
the
would
life
you brag about that anyway?
of another prisoner 2 hours ago. I hid his body under my bed, and I hoped I wouldn't need to do the same thing to another person for a while, but I guess I was wrong.
Frank Castle. Low-key let him out of jail.
William Roberts just happened to choose the absolute worst person to brag to about his crimes. He was talking to Robert Maudsley, a serial
Robert Maudsley. I don't care. I don't care if he was one of the most dangerous men. Confined in the glass cage reminiscent of Hannibal Lecter. All he did was murder like weird people.
Serial killer specifically known for only targeting predators. And in the blink of an eye, Maudsley grabbed the
What? What? I didn't hear anything that you said. I don't know what you said. I just hear you screaming. What? I'm busy. What's good? What? The breaker. Okay, I'll come do it in a sec.
spoon off of his food tray and jammed it into William's
Give me
face.
1 minute.
He screamed horrifically, but Maudsley didn't stop there. He ruthlessly beat and continued to carve away at the man's face with his spoon. He stabbed him over and over again, and somehow nobody in the prison noticed what was happening at all.
No, they noticed. They just knew that he was fucking weird. What?
William screamed and pleaded for help until he couldn't anymore. After Maudsley was finished, he
Bro, nobody cares if a chomo is going in prison, bro. Chomos always are going. Yeah, bro, W him.
calmly
He said that he got in jail because he was doing that. Then there was a dude doing the same thing and he put him under his bed. Then the same dude who was talking about doing his way with a 4-year-old, he said the same thing. Bro, W him.
walked over to
Straight
the prison
W.
guard and told them that 2 prisoners would be missing from the roll call today. Extremely concerned with that ominous statement, the guards ran into Maudsley's prison cell and found the body of William and another prisoner. William's face was unrecognizable, but most horrifyingly of all, his brains were carved out of his skull with a spoon sticking out of it. The prison guards immediately believed that Maudsley must have cannibalized the man's brains, but he calmly denied the accusation and said something around the lines of, "No, I wouldn't do that, nor would I lie about it." The man would later on be placed inside of a glass box where he would go on to spend the rest of his life in solitary confinement.
To be honest, W him though, bro. I don't think they should put him in a glass box. They should let him do what he needed to do, bro.
People in life are amazing to be around, but every once in a while there is a chance that you could bump into a psychopath. So
Oh my god.
David look like a homeless dude. Spare change. Spare change. Holy shit.
always take precautions and always be prepared so that you too don't end up as a victim. Have a happy day.
Why do you teabag? Oh, that's so cute. Yeah, you can get a little subscribble from me, Mr. Talking Hat. W him, W
Dodge
him.
effect is sick.